Welcome back to Invest24. I'm your host Yvani Pillay, and today in studio we have none other than Ms. Camille Naidu and Mr. Dushen Mudli from McKinsey and Company. Founded by Americans James O. McKinsey and Marvin Bower in 1926, this company is a global management consulting firm and is a counselor to many of the world's most influential businesses, institutes, and governments. It provides strategy and management consulting services, such as providing advice on an acquisition, developing a new business strategy, or giving advice on downsizing. As amazing as these services sound, you have to pay an arm and a leg to afford these prices, as they charge 25% more than competing firms. Some of their clientele include Hoover, IBM, Heinz, General Motors, and NASA. In 1964, the McKinsey Quarterly was published and has published many reports relating to various business functions. That being said, a topic that has stood out for Invest24 is people and talent management in risk and control functions. So, Camille and Dushen, can you please elaborate for our viewers at home?
Thank you so much for having us here today, Yvani.
It is really a great pleasure to be here. We are excited as much as happy to be here. We really want to impart knowledge on our fellow companies.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure.
Okay, so shall we get started? As you all know, risk management has become a serious problem for corporates and financial institutions. Companies' risk and control functions are in need of employees that have diverse skills such as creativity, adaptiveness, assertiveness, and most importantly, technical skills. Stronger talent management initiatives and capability results from enterprise value generated from revenue generating and loss preventing risk functions.
Oh my word. And is there anything we can do about this?
Most definitely. That is what we have researched. We've looked into 5 globally acknowledged and appropriate strategic talent management initiatives which need to be embraced by risk functions. The first thing we looked at was to attract and recruit talented employees, where progressive companies have incorporated groundbreaking sourcing methods which orderly involve frontline employees relying on a selecting method which highlights risk culture. The second thing is to train and develop employees. Extensive training programs offered by A-grade companies include leadership skills, client organizational behavior, connectivity, and links to business initiatives. The third thing is to groom employees into well-rounded leaders. An ideal role model to encourage and retain this expert risk personnel could be emphasized through a dedicated chief executive officer at board level. The fourth thing, which is really imperative, is to reward employees effectively. Rewards are based on all-round feedback as well as individual targets that need to be met. Acknowledgement could be in the form of bonuses, public judgments, or reward cupboards for immediate satisfaction. The last thing we looked at is to foster connectivity across the entire company. Cooperation within and across risk functions is a big challenge among companies. To eradicate this, companies should implement systematic programs and approach to foster cooperation such as tandems and cross-mentoring. We also looked at various other things, but with that being said, companies should assess the risk talent management gap and combat it accordingly.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot. So currently, Eskom is a big risk to the South African economy, with management being a great concern. What are your thoughts?
Unfortunately, the state-owned utility cannot manage to cover both its costs and its high interest payments on its mountain of debt. Its poorly maintained power plants are struggling to meet demand, which is leading to exactly what you said, a management issue.
I see.
Sadly, poorly applied organizational structure allowed fraud decisions, leading to the lack of adequate risk management. A clear look into people and talent management in risk and control functions could aid to combat many of Eskom's current issues.
Wow, this has been a real informative interview. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure.
It is great to be here. Thank you.
That's it from Invest24. This has been Yvani Pillay. Tune in next week.